Hey, Washington Commanders fans. Today's video is one that stirs the expectations of those who dream big. This isn't mere speculation, but a strategically planned move to add more depth and explosiveness to the pass rush sector. Will this negotiation heat up for real this time? Let me tell you, these are the latest insights from the Commanders backstage. And as always, the Commanders management is working in secrecy. And don't forget, in this video, we'll dive deep into 3 exciting updates behind the scenes at the Commanders. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button. It's just a click, and it's quick. To begin with, the name of this player has long been on the Commanders management's wish list. This player is currently in an uncertain situation with his team, reportedly unhappy with the lack of a contract extension. At 30 years old and boasting impressive numbers since entering the league, he would undoubtedly be a significant impact addition to any defensive squad. And for Washington, aiming to take the next step towards the top of the NFC, he might be the missing piece in this championship window. The management has already shown they're not afraid to be aggressive. Just recall the trades that brought in Laremy Tunsil and Deebo Samuel. The strategy is clear. Surround the young quarterback with talent now, while the salary cap allows for boldness. The Draft Network echoed this approach by listing the Commanders among the top 3 contenders to pursue Trey Hendrickson this offseason. According to analyst Justin Mello, this isn't just speculation, but a thought-out maneuver to add more depth and explosiveness to the pass rush that truly felt Dante Fowler's departure. A cold analysis of the roster shows Dorrance Armstrong and Clelin Ferrell are slated as edge starters, but while useful, they don't deliver the same sack threat and constant pressure as Fowler did or as Hendrickson could provide. For now, the defensive line has gained experience, but lacks that elite decisive star. And it's worth remembering, Coach Dan Quinn has built dominant defenses by betting on standout pass rushers, so it wouldn't be surprising to see him pushing management for another high-impact addition. Another advantage of going after Hendrickson now is the salary cap space. The Commanders are expected to enter the next offseason with the 6th largest cap in the league. This would allow room to accommodate a star salary and plan for future renewals, as Jaden Daniels is still under a rookie contract for at least 4 more years. In other words, this is the time to dare and do everything possible to position the team among the top Super Bowl contenders. Is Hendrickson's experience, even at 30, worth the investment in a longer deal, especially in such a physically demanding area? Are the Commanders willing to bet big, continue the aggressive approach seen this offseason, and truly deliver a dominant defense to the fans? Or will they opt to focus on and develop younger talents? Now, let's discuss what, for many, is the main reason for optimism, and also the reason for any apprehension about 2025. It's no secret that the offseason was intense and full of changes in Washington, with Adam Peters moving every piece while constantly thinking about preparing the roster for another bold playoff run. But what is the clear and even painful truth about our real chances next season? I'll tell you, it has everything to do with the faith placed in Jaden Daniels' talent and the weapons around him. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and comment. Are the fans ready for this new leap in expectations? Follow me for an analysis that goes beyond the obvious. Adam Peters, with his experience and keen eye for roster building, led a second cycle of even more strategic signings. The plan wasn't just to replicate last season's success, but to add more structures, so no one gets too comfortable. If you noticed, Peters went straight to the point, bolstering Jaden Daniels' protection, enhancing the receiving group, and making high-stakes trades that immediately raised the Commanders' offensive ceiling. With the quarterback as the primary investment focus, it's clear that the team's near future lies in his hands, for better or worse. The additions of Laremy Tunsil to fortify the offensive line, along with the sensational reinforcement of Deebo Samuel, indicate a team determined not to let opposing defenses breathe when Daniels is on the field. And it didn't stop there. The draft brought in Josh Connerly, expected to be a long-term solution on the line, and Trey Amos, a cornerback with immediate potential. The best part? This new core adds depth to the roster and consequently increases security if some pieces falter. But all this hope centers on a critical point: the rise of Jaden Daniels to true elite status. The 2024 season was already a milestone. The franchise, long accustomed to disappointments, found itself led by a rookie who brought energy, maturity, and results. It was no surprise he won Offensive Rookie of the Year and was seen as the face of Washington football's turnaround. The impact was immediate off the field as well, with Peters doubling down and keeping the roster competitive, bringing back key players and fine-tuning the effective foundation. It was a roster-building job that made NFC opponents envious. However, CBS Sports' Tyler Sullivan points out that all this foundation depends directly on how Jaden Daniels, still on his rookie contract, will react now that the world expects more from him. It's the famous second-year effect. The quarterback is no longer a surprise, and the team around him needs to grow together, especially as opponents adjust their schemes against him. Peters' strategy makes sense. Rely on a dynamic attack, but know the window is short since Daniels will soon be eligible for an extension, and the salary cap will tighten. Most interestingly, even with a strengthened offensive system and a promising lineup, there are two question marks keeping attentive fans up at night: the lack of depth in edge rushers and uncertainty in the safety group. Peters knows there are still adjustments to be made, but unlike past leaders, there's now a long-term project that values calculated risks without jeopardizing the future health of the team. This has restored real hope among fans for a functional plan seeking immediate results without throwing the organization into chaos. The message is clear. Reaching the playoffs could be just the beginning of this new chapter, but Peters understands that maintaining high expectations is harder than rebuilding. With Jaden Daniels at the center of everything, any slip from the support roster can become a bigger problem than it seems. Who's ready for the start of the 2025 season? Today's video will tug at the heartstrings of those who can't wait for the official game schedule release. Rumors are already buzzing on social media about the schedule leak, and if the sources are right, we have a golden opportunity to jump ahead and show right away that the team's mindset has changed. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to receive future analyses, and comment here. Do you believe we'll start the season with a win? Stay with me till the end to understand why this start could be crucial for our campaign and the locker room atmosphere. Starting the year against a divisional rival is the perfect ingredient to get the fans in a playoff mindset. Now, the leak suggests the Washington Commanders will face the Giants in Week 1, and let's be honest, they're the ideal type of opponent to gather momentum from the get-go. After much speculation about a possible opening game on Thursday night against the Eagles, the franchise has landed an even more strategic opportunity. Facing a team we historically have an advantage over, and which is going through a turbulent phase, is almost a gift for Dan Quinn and company. It's impossible to think about this matchup without recalling the Commanders' dominance over the Giants last season. We had standout performances, like the home victory supported by kicker Austin Seibert's record-breaking 7 field goals, a franchise historical mark. Then, we authoritatively won 27-22 at the MetLife Stadium, crowning the best start for the team since 1996. The positive streak even changed the locker room atmosphere, giving extra confidence to Dan Quinn's squad at year's end. However, the rivalry should not be underestimated. The Giants are coming from an unstable scenario, testing Russell Wilson as the starting quarterback and trying to revamp the offensive sector, despite investing heavily in Jackson Dart for the future. The duel also promises to be symbolic by putting 2 first-rounders face-to-face: our offensive tackle Josh Connerly and Abdul Carter, the edge rusher drafted by the Giants. It will be fascinating to watch this tactical duel, which may lead to a rookie rivalry well beyond this game. Despite the natural uncertainties of Week 1, the timing couldn't be better for the Commanders to stamp a victory right away. Starting 1-0 in the division not only lifts the group's spirits, but also sends a strong message to the Eagles and Cowboys that the NFC East will have a new frontrunner, and that holds psychological weight throughout the season. Besides, for the Giants, the pressure is the opposite. A misstep in the opener could further inflame the tense atmosphere in New York, pressuring both coach and GM for quick results. The expectation at Northwest Stadium is for a full house, excited fans, and a renewal energy that only those who witnessed the deep team changes know how impactful it is. For the first time in years, we see a confident group before the kickoff, with a aligned coaching staff and front office and a well-crafted game plan since preseason. Honestly, any result other than a win would be felt as a signal that adjustments are still needed, but everything is set for a promising start. So, fans, do we confirm this favoritism, put pressure on the rest of the division, and start 2025 doing what's expected from a true playoff contender? Or does the uncertainty of Week 1 hold an unexpected trap? Write your thoughts in the comments, share your expectations, and don't forget to subscribe because you can catch every preview, leak, or NFL schedule surprise here. The year has barely begun, but the Commanders are already set to lead the way.